Welcome to Through Eternity Walks. I'm your host, Rob, and on today's episode of Destinations, we are going to cover the area around the Vatican City, including the Borgo fortified area, Prati, the upper middle class wonderful area for shops and stores and restaurants, and of course, the Castel SantAngelo right behind me, a monument that has been used for almost 2,000 years. Today we're going to take a look at an area in Rome where the ancient and modern combine. We'll be looking at the main neighborhoods and sites that surround the Vatican City. We get to cover where some Romans live and work and let you get a taste of what it's like to shop, prepare, and eat some Italian food while we're at it. As with anything worth doing in Italy, one needs to start our day with an espresso or two and be tempted by a rainbow of pastries to nibble on. Or even some plum cake, as the Italians call these delightful delicacies. All over Italy you can find wonderful food markets in every neighborhood. The Mercato Trionfale is one of the biggest and best of Rome. Dreaming of where to find great Italian foods? This place has everything your heart or stomach could desire, from cheeses to cured meats and salamis, fresh fish, brightly colored fruits, and even some healthy organic honey.
Ciao Damiano, come stai?
Bene, tutto bene, voi?
So everybody, this is Damiano, and his family, he just told me, has been selling special honey for over 42 years, I think. 42, giusto?
Yes.
42. Va bene. Fammi la cosa, what is so special about your family honey?
Allora, la nostra azienda è del 1979 che produciamo miele e siamo qui al centro di Roma, in zona Prati, e produciamo miele organico, organic honey.
Okay, so their company has been selling honey since 1979, and it comes from Castelli Romani, right?
Yeah.
So it's south of Rome, outside where the Pope is, at Castelli Romani, more or less, where they have their summer residence. And it is completely organic.
All of these food stalls are run and owned by families, and that is one of the main reasons why Italian food is some of the best in the world. Prati literally means fields, and that is what it was here right outside the papal palaces until the Pope lost his power in 1870, and that is when they started to build up this Rione of Rome and named it Prati. Anyone in the mood to make some pizza? Join me in a little lesson on how to make a classic pizza margherita. Hey everybody, so we are in this incredible pizzeria called Pumma Re in Prati, right above the Trionfale markets, the food markets, and I'm happy to introduce to you one of our wonderful food experts and wine sommeliers, Davide.
Thank you. So, as Robert says, I'm Davide. So, I work and I'm the head chef of Inside the Cooking Class and Food Tours, of course. And that's where the place, everything and the magic happened, basically. So, I started working in this industry almost 6 years ago, just mixing different things, different background knowledge, like languages, like traveling, and of course food and wine. So just mix everything together. And with the time, we came up with this idea. Of course, teaching to the people how to create from scratch food and how to learn, how to get to know the wine too. So just blending together. And when in this huge part of things, we also, of course, use and we also talk about culture, because culture is super and directly related with the food that we're talking about, and then we will teach you over here. That's a little bit idea of inside, having relax, being fun, and just enjoy your time around. That's the idea.
I certainly got to enjoy my time at Pumma Re because I just got to watch while Davide made the pizza and poured a delightful glass of red wine. The tough job was having to eat it and not be too jealous of his perfect hair. Delicious. I even had to make some extra room for his version of tiramisu. I know it was challenging, but someone had to do it. Prati is really one of the best shopping districts in the Eternal City and still has beautiful open spaces and fountains like the Piazza Dei Quiriti. After walking around the medieval city center, this neighborhood may seem a bit different. Notice the wide, sprawling avenues and straight streets built on a grid system? I'm sure many of you are thinking that the Palace of Justice here is quite beautiful, but did you know that it was universally denounced when it was first built and given the moniker Palazzaccio, the ugly palace? And now, the cherry on the cake of our day, the magnificent Castel SantAngelo, a building in use since it was first built in 139 AD as a mausoleum for the Emperor Hadrian. Peter and Paul greeted all pilgrims coming to St. Peter's. This was the only bridge to the Vatican through the centuries. Could you imagine that on the hill there was a battle in 1849? Ask the angel, look below its feet, and you can see where a cannonball struck the pedestal but did not destroy the statue. Let's take a look inside the castle to see what it has in store for us. Imagine walking with an emperor's funeral procession going up this ramp to the funeral chamber. At one time, this was also one of the most dreaded prisons run by the popes, where even Bevenuto Cellini was locked up in one of these astounding cells. The Archangel is here to protect Rome and the fortress, and it is the reason the popes even wanted to live here at times, and why they built sumptuous apartments to live in every now and again. And now, one of the most outstanding views that Rome has to offer. As Michael sheathes his sword, the plague was finished, and Rome was saved. You didn't think we'd be walking so close to the Vatican and not stop by to say hello to St. Peter's, did you? It is argued by some that this square and colonnade surpassed anything built previously in the ancient world. What do you think? I'm sure Bernini would be very happy if you agreed. Today, walking in the church with its gilt gold ceiling and beautiful bright artwork brings a sense of joy that is highlighted by the beautiful sun shining through the windows. Not to forget what connects the Vatican to the castle, Il Passetto, a covered passageway that saved the Pope's life on more than one occasion. Il Passetto also was featured in a very famous book by Dan Brown called Angels and Demons. Do you remember what happened in that story with the Passetto? It also happens to be going right through the beautiful medieval neighborhood known as the Borgo. It has changed a lot through the centuries, but it still maintains its beauty. What a perfect way to end such a beautiful day with an aperitivo in Rome in the Borgo Rione. Thanks for following our TE destinations Castel SantAngelo and the Rioni Borgo and the Rione Prati. Thank you also for being sponsored by Through Eternity Tours. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because it's always a huge help for us. Ciao, chin chin.
Without staring deeply into the camera.
Sorry.
Different kind of video.